Test. Hello.
Mangy dengue.
Dengue.
Mangy dengue.
Is it dengue?
Dengue.
How do you know it's dengue?
Because I speak monkey.
Okay, my mistake. Wait. Give it the line again. Quickly, while it's fresh in my mouth. Open audition and make a new track. I hit reduce reverb to stop the feedback. There is a danger I can peek for you. Or hear the outside noise of the adjoining room. Fifth period. About films that we're screening. Hello, and welcome back to Fifth Period, the film podcast hosted by two media teachers, where today we are going back to prehistoric times when dinosaurs ruled the earth. My name is Mr. Brown, and with me today is...
I think you might have to turn it up. Oh, Mr. Boylan.
You told me you were going to do it and I'd completely forgotten, and then as soon as you went frozen, I was like, oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Oh my goodness, I'm excited for today.
Me too. This is, we've had this like in the works, I reckon, for a number of film clubs ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're keen to talk about a really great literary adaptation.
We are. We actually analysed the TV series of A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Not Lemony
series
Snicket's.
of unfortunate events.
Exactly. This is the series of a series of unfortunate events, but this is Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
It is, and we're pretty excited. Obviously, we've shouted our appreciation for Jim Carrey many a time on the pod. Is this our third? We did Batman, and we had the Mask as well.
Yes.
Might have been another one in the mix. We love Jim Carrey. We're always trying to think of excuses to come back to him. So it made sense for this one to be on the docket.
Yeah, this one was actually was in my, I think when we did 5 favourites for Jim Carrey movies, this was in mine. So
yeah, nice. Well, in addition to our main discussion of Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, we will also be talking about our 5 favorite literary adaptations. So if you want to skip ahead to that, I will leave time codes in the description below.
Hi, my name's Milla.
My name's Nevra.
And today we're going to be talking about
A Series of Unfortunate Events.
A big thank you to Milla and Nevra for their intro to the pod today. Actually, the second time Milla's been on.
She's on for Small Soldiers, I believe.
Yeah, well, she just loves pairing up. And it was particularly good too, because I think Nevra probably would have been a little bit shy to do the intro. But Milla took her under her wing and showed her how it's done.
She's good like that, Milla.
Yeah.
Very much similar kind of stuff that we get from her in media last semester. Always was really good at sort of including everybody in her group and bringing them along for the ride, which was great. So yeah, it's been good to see her again in film club for this second semester, despite not teaching her. So.
Absolutely. I've not taught either Milla or Nevra.
Yeah.
I've never taught her, but
Good.
I really enjoyed meeting Nevra the other day, and it was really great to see Milla again. Always a pretty positive force in film clubs.
For sure.
Yeah, hopefully we can continue seeing them getting involved. Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers.
Alrighty, let us jump into Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah, so another one of the, I can't remember how many literary adaptations we've done. Obviously, we're not too far away from doing Harry Potter, which is one of the biggest ones that we do. But this is, it came out in 2004, about 5 years after the first book was released. It kind of went through a little bit of hell trying to get on the screen.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
okay.
So obviously this movie covers the first 3 books of the series: The Bad Beginning, The Reptile Room, and The Wide Window. And that original script was done by Lemony Snicket. So,
there you go.
But the rewrite wasn't. So he wasn't super happy about kind of how it got out and in terms of what the finished product was, which is a bit of a shame because there's certainly, and we'll talk about it, and because obviously there's going to be some comparisons to the Netflix series. There's obviously, they pack a lot in and they really whip through these 3 books a lot in the runtime of about 94 minutes, and they go through books 1, 2, and 3, and then they come back to book 1 all over again.
Yes, they do.
But no, very popular book series. I remember reading these as a kid. There's, they've sold more than 60 million copies, translated into 41 languages, the whole lot. And they're really different sort of books tonally to like a lot of other sort of kids books that were getting released, because they're, it's very much like an entryway almost into like gothic sort of fiction.
Yeah.
They're very dark, kind of depressing sort of stories.
That's what I love most about them.
Yeah, and they get that done pretty quickly with a really fun intro.
Yes, so before we can even jump into a series of unfortunate events, we get the littlest elf.
Yeah, and then I still remember watching this at the cinemas, and I was like, are we in the right movie theatre?
It's so funny you say that, because I put it on at Film Club before you arrived, and I thought maybe I'd clicked on the wrong link. And it wasn't the littlest elf part that threw me. It was all of the credits just
The Rugrats were there.
Yeah,
like, what are they doing
it all
here?
just felt very light, and I was like, oh, have I done the wrong thing? And then as soon as I saw the elf come out, I was like, of course, I had completely forgotten it started this way. And we get some really, really fun callbacks to the littlest elf throughout as well, with like the soundtrack playing, or
The elf itself.
Yes, the elf on a shelf on the front
shelf
of the car.
of the car, that's what we call it.
That's what we call it.
Cars have got
the
shelves.
the old dash shelf. But the other thing is, Count Olaf actually refers to the littlest elf at one point as well. So,
pretty good.
yeah, a really fun intro and a really great way to kind of set the tone, because the elf very quickly turns quite dark, and the lighting change just like that. Oh my god. Our budget has gone right up this week.
The spring is the springiest time for a song.
That's true.
That's what they
That
say.
is true. I'll tell you what I thought was a pretty dark detail before it even turned. It shows one of the elf's friends like waving with all the woodland creatures around, and he's just holding a hunting rifle.
It's like, what's happened to the elf? Okay. With the dulcet tones of Jude Law providing the narration as Lemony Snicket, which is
Perfectly
perfect.
cast.
Very different to good old Paddy Warbs, Patrick Warburton, who does who brings a lot of Warbs energy, as he always does.
He does. He's a point of levity in the new series. Like, even though he talks about these dark and morose things, the way he delivers some of the lines feel quite comical, especially because he really hammers home the definitions that he gives for things as well, and often does that as a bit of a punchline as well. But Jude Law does feel more sympathetic to the characters that are involved.
He's got that warmer tone to him.
He does. I love the set that they have for him with the clock tower behind him and just the silhouette, because it really kind of mirrors the silhouetted photograph that the kids have of their parents as well.
Correct. And it very much he sort of provides us with a little bit of a warning saying that, hey, this is going to be a depressing story.
About some clever and reasonably attractive orphans.
Yeah. Interesting.
We get a very washed out colour palette in this film, and you and I were actually talking about the comparison between this and the TV series.
Yep.
TV series definitely does have some of that washed out kind of setting to it, but it does give colour to show a greater contrast between things. So the family themselves are very brightly lit, and Justice Strauss's house is very warm and inviting, whereas we don't really get much variety in the colour palette in this one.
No, because we compared to the Netflix series, we get kind of the kids going to Briny Beach at the start of that first episode in season 1 of the Netflix show, but basically we're starting right at Briny Beach straight away almost. Bang, we're here.
Yeah, and I will say, as much as I like the contrast between the colour and the dull tones in the TV series, there is a lot to be said about this entire world being quite bleak and ashy. Yeah. I like the comparison between like the ashy colour palette and the fact that there is a fire. Like, that mirrors really, really nicely. But also, even the characters in this that aren't inherently evil are still sort of ignorant to the issues that are going on with the children. They don't let them have their own voice. And Count Olaf even points it out.
You're the monster.
Yeah, having a dark world all around very much fits the tone.
Agreed. But providing the light in the darkness are our three Baudelaire children. So we meet Violet, Melbourne's own Emily Browning.
Yes. The eldest.
The eldest.
An inventor.
Yep, we know if the hair's up, that she means business and that her mind is working away. We've got Klaus, played by myself.
Very good fit.
Who's the reader? I kind of prefer Klaus, I think, in the Netflix series. I think some of his more studious qualities sort of come across a little bit more. Maybe it's just because he's wearing glasses, who knows.
He's got more time to kind of shine as well.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And then we get Sunny, who is the biter.
The biter. And one thing that I really like about Sunny in this one, even though they did involve quite a lot of sort of like CGI of the baby.
It's like watching The Flash.
Yeah, but it's not nearly as noticeable in this film than it is in the TV series, I reckon. And it seems strange to say that because presumably the TV series would have had more time to kind of hone that craft. But I think they're also more ambitious in the TV series and they try to do a lot of face replacement. Whereas in this one, even though they do have some CGI shots of the babies or stand-ins with dummies, a lot of the time they actually do just have the baby on set and they just film and whatever reactions they get.
That's what we're going with.
Exactly right. And they can kind of afford to do that because Sunny is a little bit older in this one than in the TV adaptation as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
But just adorable and so much fun with the overdubbing, or not overdubbing,
With the
but
subtitles.
of what she's thinking.
It's good fun.
Really,
and she
really good.
and she does point out there's a mysterious figure coming through the fog at the beach and it's Wormtail.
Old rat boy.
It's old rat boy himself. And
Mr. Poe.
There's no one more ratty than a banker. But yeah, Timothy Spall plays Mr. Poe, and then he very mercifully and very kindly says that your home has been burnt to a crisp and your parents have perished in a fire.
Yes, so they are the orphaned Baudelaires now, and a little bit sus. It says they know the blaze was started from a great distance, and it was caused by the refraction of light. So definitely wasn't an accident.
No.
But we find out little bits and pieces as the story goes on.
Yep. We get the spyglass as well.
We do get the spyglass, the golden spyglass, a reoccurring motif throughout, and something that works really well with the idea of investigating, but also because the light is refracted through mirrored lenses, the spyglass acts as a really nice symbol for that as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So off to Count Olaf's.
Yeah, 37 blocks away.
Yes, Mr. Poe misinterpreted the will as the closest relative being the one that actually lives the closest as opposed to the one that they have the closest relationship with. And it's really fun, like some of this literal interpretation. It really points out how absent-minded a lot of the adults are.
Oh, they're
in
idiots. Is he your third cousin 4 times removed or your fourth cousin 3 times removed? And then Sonny's like, someone's brain's been removed. And I was like, Sonny!
So good. So good. But before we meet the man himself,
we meet the gal
get
himself.
Catherine O'Hara. So Justice Strauss, who in this one doesn't get as much of an opportunity to shine, but Catherine O'Hara, in my eyes, can do no wrong.
Agreed.
She also works really well in this kind of eerie environment. It feels Beetlejuice-esque.
Yeah, fair.
And she provides just enough warmth for them to think,
enough warmth.
Nice. For them to think that things might have a glimmer of hope.
Yeah,
but,
she's like, about Olaf. Is like, no, I'm not married to him. God, no.
God, no.
He's my neighbour.
Woo!
He's my neighbour. And then look across the street and under a bridge downtown.
The dog running through.
There's sparks coming from the top of the bridge. It's like, yep, it's pretty grim.
Do you know much about how they've created this world? Because a lot of it feels like almost a flip book. With
That's a good call.
Things kind of just floating across.
Almost like Paddington.
Exactly right. Even the car never feels like it's actually driving along, just kind of like gliding across a page.
It's a hover car.
Yeah, so it's a really interesting style. I think it works very well for this film. And it's obviously very similar in the TV series as well.
Yeah, because you kind of don't know like what the time period is as well.
Yeah,
it's almost like
ambiguous.
Very Stuart Little.
Yes.
Imagine that Stuart just pops out. What are you doing here?
Thumbs down, Michael J. But it's time to meet Count Olaf
himself, and I love the fact that he's
killing it.
He's lurking behind the door, and then you hear him run upstairs.
Yes,
to prepare, and he's like, "Hundred," and then yes, we do meet Jim Carrey as Count Olaf, who I mean, we make a lot of comparisons between the Netflix series and this one. One thing that is not even close in terms of quality, I think, and it's probably a little bit harsh on him, but I think Jim Carrey does a much better Olaf than Neil Patrick Harris.
I agree, and I think Neil Patrick Harris does a great job. We get to see a greater variety of characters from Neil Patrick Harris, which is fun. But I will say that my favorite parts of the TV series are when it diverts from what the film is doing, because then I'm not constantly comparing the two.
I just think Carey's performance is a lot more menacing and evil, and I don't think MPH sort of communicates that as well.
Yeah, you're right. He's very whimsical the entire time, whereas Count Olaf in this, every time it feels like he's a little too jokey, he does something really dark that makes you go, oh, this guy is terrifying.
Yeah, it's why Carey can be such a good like horror villain and stuff, and he brings like a lot of that terror to, you know, like the Cable Guy or the Grinch and for the Riddler and all these sort of characters that are just on that line of crazy but also a little bit dangerous as well, which is good.
And the acting persona too in this one really gives him just room to kind of run with it. I love him coming down the stairs, but like popping out so that they can always see him, almost like an actor finding his light.
Yeah. There were some concerns, I think, about sort of Carey going almost into like sort of self-parody, like a little bit with like sort of what he brings to the character. But I don't think he was too stressed about that. And a lot of it's almost like sometimes an actor playing Jim Carrey in like a lot of ways. So, because a lot of the things that he does like have been echoed in other characters, but just in kind of a different way. So I think he brings like his whole sort of Carey-isms to this role. And I think it's almost like the refined performance of Carey's career in terms of getting bits of like Stanley Ipkiss and a bit of like Ace Ventura and the Cable Guy and stuff
as well.
100%. So, but yeah, like coming down the stairs and he's just like trying to like talking like in Greek.
My dear Violet.
Or like something music builds to a crescendo and bang. But yeah, the fact that he has to clarify who these kids are.
Oh, incredible. And he doesn't even know that Sonny's supposed to be
No,
there.
it's just like whatever. I think he writes on his hand or something like that.
I'm sorry, I don't speak monkey.
So glum.
Yeah,
Why is this?
I must say you're a gloomy bunch.
Why is this? It's like our parents died.
did?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, wait. Give me the line again. Well, quickly. While it's still fresh.
So good. Like the clicking?
Yep. It's like, come on.
Even so, you know the story behind this. He actually wanted to redo this line. That's why you see him like pointing off. Quick. Well, it's fresh in my mind.
And it's like, no, okay.
It works perfectly.
For the character,
Because the big like... Yeah.
And then
it's
Klaus
just-
and Violet being like, this guy's real weird.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
freaky-
Sonny even
freaky
calls
guy.
him nuts.
And Sonny's like, oh. It's very, very good.
I will raise the orphans like they were actually wanted. Talking about like Poe potentially not wanting them. He's like, the very idea is...
I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, but
So
then
did you
like
want to say for
kicks him out.
an imbibement, port? So I was like, okay, no, next time.
And then like flicks the little latch shut. Really good. And when he's like warning them about going in the tower,
like-
which they actually can't do because there is a big reveal up there, but just the little...
As he like
to
breaks
himself.
characters, like, oh my God, I'm such a good actor.
So it comes to like pretty early on that he's only caring for them because they have a fortune.
Yep.
And he's actually not able to access it straight away because the paperwork hasn't gone through. So he's not technically their guardian just yet.
He's like, what
So
am I supposed to do with them until then?
put them to work.
Yeah.
But as you say, their acting troupe comes in and just stacked with cameos. We've got Jennifer Coolidge. We've got Louise Guzman. I recognize Jane Addams as well. She's the one that is like paired up with Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, okay, yep.
They're really good. Like it's so wild the amount of cameos in this film for such minute roles. But I guess it
It's one at the
speaks
end.
to either wanting to work with the people involved in the film or at least how popular the book series was as well.
Definitely. Very quickly, it's like, well, they basically finished all the chores, but it's just like, flip it on the back. They need to prepare dinner for him and his acting troupe. So they set off to try to prepare dinner while Olaf is like trying to cast for his new production. It's like, who shall play the most handsome count in all of the world?
The way he leans
Yeah.
is just so good.
And he's like, could you do it, sir? Oh, if I must. Olaf's got one of those same silhouettes like the family has on his chair at the back.
Ah, that's cool.
Because obviously he's a part of the same volunteer organisation as his parents. So
Yes.
there's VFD, which is not really talked about in this film. It's kind of alluded to, but they probably would have done it if the film had done a little bit better and they could have got a sequel going. But
Yeah.
which is a bit of a shame because I wouldn't have minded sort of this a bit of a trilogy packing in all the films.
Jim Carrey really wanted to do it, and as much as you talk about the fact that they gloss over a lot of the details, I actually think pacing-wise, this does work better for me
That's fair.
than the TV series. That feels a little too stretched out sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's like there's some of the books have got not enough to do 2 episodes basically.
Yes.
And I totally agree with that. And then, they're trying to basically prepare some pasta because they find Stuart Little and lots of Stuart Littles crawling around in the kitchen.
They do.
A bat as well. Batman, you say?
Coming
Cooking for you.
But it's really cool because we get to see how all of their skills can kind of come together. So
Yes.
we know that Klaus obviously has read about cooking, so he knows a couple of recipes and he suggests pasta puttanesca. But then Violet goes full MacGyver and uses like the fly screen as a strainer.
That's good.
It's all the dried pasta that she just finds in the drawer. They use a spittoon as the pot to cook everything in.
It's pretty brilliant.
And I don't know, does Sunny do some biting for dinner?
Yeah, I think she's chomping away on a few different things to prepare some utensils
Gotta
and
make it
stuff
feel
like that.
important, you know?
It includes Sunny very well.
But it looks like a pretty delicious dinner.
It does, but not a. Then we also
Pasta puttanesca.
yes.
What did you call me?
Olaf's doing a few different acting exercises. We get the electric chair,
Yes.
which is a favourite. We get you're doing your dinosaur impression.
It's the way that he like arches his back.
Oh, it's
to do it.
incredible.
Oh man,
A physical comedy.
He's got skills.
He's got skills. And then where's the roast beef?
Yeah, he
It's
wants
like
roast beef.
The
It's
Swedish
term for a beef that is roasted. So good.
It's like you didn't want roast beef. Ooh.
Then starts imitating Sunny.
Mangy
Mange
dangy, monakiki.
That's the whoa. You're nuts.
Ew. And picks Sunny up, backhands Klaus across the room. It's like, man, this is his
things
angry
turn
side.
really dark here.
They really do. And it happens really quickly. And I really like the absence of like music or anything here. It's just like bang, we're in the scene. You hear the sharp crack of the hand. It's like, and it happens all really quickly. And even the acting trooper behind him being like,
Whoa.
Olaf,
that's a
you're
bit
going,
much.
you're doing too much.
Take it down a few notches.
Yes.
And as I said, it's just a really good reminder because he's been so melodramatic as a villain. It's a really good reminder. No, he is just a horrible person.
Agreed. Well, as Violet says, you monster.
Yeah. Well, he is. He's a monster.
He is a monster.
But there is a really, really nice moment here where the kids go back to their room. They're sort of locked in their room.
Yeah.
And Klaus is fed up. But Violet has this kind of like, look, as long as we're together, it's going to be okay. Let's remember how our parents, like, they recall an incident where their parents had gone away and they thought they had forgotten about them.
Yeah.
But they had actually written a bunch of letters and they got lost in the mail.
Yeah. And Klaus is like, but they're not in Italy. They're not coming back. And it's like, they're dead.
Yeah.
And Sonny's like, thanks for reminding me, brother.
But Sunny and Klaus and like a little more negative, whereas Violet should be called Sunny in this one because she's got the positive, optimistic outlook and the sun is actually shining in on her and she's got this like orange glow surrounded by darkness. So it's really nice as this idea of there being like a slither of hope in all of the horrible situations they're in. And they have that cute cubby moment.
Yeah, they create a sanctuary.
With the silhouette of their parents. Who, did you know their mum is played by Helena Bonham Carter?
Yeah.
What a wild cameo that is.
Just in the mix. She's just in the mix.
Crazy.
Score's really nice here too, actually. I like the music they use in this. So. But yes.
Hard cut to
custody
Olaf getting
granted.
full custody.
He is.
He's got his giant top hat on.
So good.
Awesome. Really good. He should wear that more often.
It should. It should be a thing. He's trying to describe as like things have been like a little bit. It's just like you've been pure evil. And it's like been tough but fair. I feel like that's us like talking to students who are like when we ask for some very
He's
like
not
simple,
saying he's been tough but fair. He's saying them calling him a terrible dad.
Yeah, and he's
is
like tough
but fair. Yeah, because he now wants to turn it around and be the ultimate dad.
Let's stop for a little treat. And basically abruptly
soda, banana.
Abruptly stops the car.
Yes.
And I love how things build ominously here. It's really
It's
good.
awesome. It's really, really cool. So It's already a bit of an eerie setting with the car. I love all the mirrors lined up. It's almost like spider's eyes watching them.
That's a good call.
And you can see him reflected in each of them. So like he's always keeping an eye on them.
Always watching.
Which he is. Like throughout the rest of this film, even when he's not directly there, he's always like somewhere.
Yeah, the presence
lurking
of
in the
Olaf
shadows.
is looming over them like a dark cloud. Basically, in the back seat, there is a book about sort of different adoption laws. They work out that the schedule is in fact an indication of when certain trains are coming through.
Yes,
and there is a train
shaking
of the bottles, which is
yeah.
cool. But the trains come and they are in the middle of the train track, and they are going to get demolished if they don't do something fast. They're not able to open the car. They're trying all the buttons in the car. It's not working.
Littlest elf is making
Jiggling away.
Yeah, really
springing
good.
away, and then they need to work out, okay, if we can't get out of here, what can we do? And the class, thinks about, okay, cool, I know a little bit about trains. We've got the track switcher.
Yes.
And basically, Violet goes to work, and then
They both do. So they like jump over the front seat, and I love it cuts back to Sonny just like waiting. Like, you guys got this.
I'm fine.
Sort it out.
But then they say to Sonny, bite the head off the elf, and she's like, yep, alrighty, no worries.
But it's all because they do attempt to get some help from Mr. Poe on the
So
phone.
good.
You're driving the car by
Car
yourself. So good.
You have to speak up. I'm driving next to a train.
He's just so useless, and so they've got to do it for themselves. So as you say, the old track switcher, and this is awesome. Like I love the look of the bobblehead with the springs, and just like how it is. Like it's far fetched, but it's feasible.
100%.
They could do this.
Yeah.
And it just looks awesome with them like reeling it back up and
As the
working
train
as a
gets
team
closer.
to kind of shoot it off. It's
Then
really
it keeps
good.
cutting to like Olaf like drinking a slushy, like
Yes.
waiting for the train, and then the guy at the convenience store is like, "I'm gonna pay for that."
The best part though is Olaf holding up the Lon Chaney picture. So he was an actor. I think it was like from the 1910s to maybe 30s, and he was known as like the man of many faces because he would often wear a lot of prosthetics and makeup.
Does like a lot of monster films.
Yeah,
stuff,
and I believe the one that he's holding up is the Phantom of the Opera. I
think that sounds right.
And it literally looks like Olaf. He brings the picture down, and it's perfect. It looks really, really good.
But yeah, second time lucky for the sort of elf spring-loaded mechanism, and just able to change the track. As Olaf's laughs turn into
Yeah, it's so good because it's like a full maniacal like
Yep. Because there's no sound of an exploding car or anything.
But the music kicks in, and I love that optimistic music. Like it's very whimsical and fun, but it still has like an eerie quality to it.
I think so.
Really, really good.
That's great. And then
Mr. Pople's up.
yep, and then Sonny.
Popo.
Then maybe he's either the worst Popo we've ever
Actually,
seen.
yeah, it's Mr. Poe and the Popo later on.
Exactly. But yeah, Sonny ducks her head out the window and Poe's like, oh my goodness. It's just like, it doesn't matter if the car was parked. A child of Sonny's age should not be driving the car.
It's very, very
And I was like,
funny.
Poe, you're an idiot.
They're basically like, he tried to kill us. He's like, let's not exaggerate, Klaus. The car wasn't
Not
even in gear.
Yeah.
But yes, basically says he's not fit to be their parent anymore, and they gotta.
And I was like, I need a moment alone with the children.
Yeah.
But god damn, this is like where it really turns.
Take them, Mr. Poe, before I lose it big time.
But then he like leans and is like, no matter where you go, I'll find you. Oh, you're so deceased. And he's like, and the kids are even back like a little bit. They turn into old mate from Sunset Boulevard as being like,
Norman Desmond.
yeah, the Norma.
We did that back in this
I
room.
know.
Oh my
We'll
god, what a
bring it back.
throwback.
What a throwback indeed.
But it's on to Guardian number 2, Uncle Monty.
Yes, and we're
Billy-
into book
Billy
2
Connolly,
as
yeah.
well. The reptile room.
He's a herpetologist.
He's a slippery Scottish snake.
Oh, g'day, guys.
G'day, guys. I should have got him to do it. Well, I'm not sure what Ben Mendelsohn was doing in 2004, but should have been doing this.
Yeah.
But Uncle Monty,
Monty,
Billy
who
Connolly.
wants to take them away to Peru.
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 He gets rid of
Yes,
Poe.
we are going to Peru.
He's like, yeah. No, we're going to go to Scotland. Lots of snakes there.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome into the reptile room. And it's
We meet the two-headed cobra. Klaus identifies us straight away, and he goes, "Well spotted.
well spotted. It's
Well
actually got a
scotted, more like it." No good?
Nah, it's pretty poor from
Oh, this guy.
you. But we also meet the incredibly deadly Viper.
Yes.
Who's not incredibly deadly. Because
No.
we get a bit of a jump scare.
We get 2 jump scares. They repeat it because the ribbon gets jammed on the old typewriter.
Where was I? Ah! We get like a slippery little deadly Viper cameo, and but actually
It's a misnomer.
It's
He's
incredibly
a big
harmless.
softy.
It's a big softy snake. It's a slippery little softy in the cage.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yes.
But it's
Off
just
to Peru.
it's a really cool set. They've got like the cages around. They've got a lot of plant life. They've got like a massive one of these bad boys just hanging from the roof.
Yeah, almost like a bloody Defense Against the Dark Arts.
It is a bit like that. They do a bit of an allusion to a big happy ending with Uncle Monty, but
Yeah,
Jude Law's just pulling on our old
Like,
chain.
Sorry, fam. And he also reveals the fact that his family died in a fire.
Also
as
perished in a
well.
fire.
But
And
he's also
they
got
bond over shared trauma.
They also have the shared spyglass too.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one sort of on his holster. Ready to. Oh, I can see things. I can see far away. With my
Fastest
spyglass.
in the West.
That's what they call him, Monty.
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
That, when you say it like that, that's the full Monty.
The full Monty. Good. But yes, very much it's broken up by 2 musical notes going ding,
Ding
dong.
dong. Although, no, it's just one.
No,
He goes type, and then the second one is dong. But who is it? My name is Stefano. I am an Italian man. I was going to come as Stefano today with his little askewed mustache and
Yeah.
his big black comb over.
Yes, Stefano the Italian. He's as Italian as Brad Pitt is in his Inglourious Bastards.
It's incredible. He's posing as Dr. Montgomery's
It's
new
like,
assistant.
What happened to Gustav? The smash cut to him on the train.
Incredible.
Ah!
Oh, he would have given anything to be here. Just very, very fun. But the kids aren't fooled. They're saying he's Count Olaf. But
Quite clearly, yeah.
Monty's like, oh, hush now, children. Let's help him with these bags.
Yep.
He's got all these afflictions. Like this whole part of his body is numb.
Yeah, but
he's
he's-
been bitten on the face 42 times.
Yeah,
or
by like a
something.
moray eel, and then he's talking about like he starts talking about like about what's in Peru, and he's like, "Oh, relax, guardianship laws." He's like, "What?" And it's like, "Damn neurotoxins."
He's like, and that's why you should never run with one of these. Oh, you caught me being a mentor.
And then he's like asking what they do to try to get a message to Monty is write on Petunia, one of the little snakes who
Yes.
kind of typically crawls around Monty's arm like a tree trunk.
Yeah, it's a cool look when it kind of like swells up and the writing becomes more clear
It
as
says
well.
imposter. Oh, Monty's trying to get rid of him to do this. So they used to to do some milking.
Oh, so good.
so they used to call me old MacDonald down
Down
at
at the old milking plant, but I'd milk these things all damn day.
Yeah. And,
But the little udders, they're hard to locate.
and Monty's like, I've got little otters. Can you milk me? Turns into Scottish Robert De Niro. But yeah, he's like, you're correct. He is an imposter.
Thinks he's trying to steal the incredibly deadly Viper.
And they're like, no. And he's like, no, bad luck. It's fine. And then he's cut off because Stefano sprints back into the thing.
And then he's like, sends the kids off to bed. And I love they try to sneak out in the middle of the night.
Oh,
Do you
path.
have a hall path?
And it closes. Didn't think so.
It sounds very similar to the voice he does in The Mask.
True. That's pretty good. But unfortunately, this is the last we see of Monty.
Yes.
And Olaf kills Monty with some venom, because it was kind of like foreshadowed earlier, because he's like, I caught him looking in my bag, but like my neurotoxins and these sort of things.
Right, yes, but he frames the
snake
incredibly deadly Viper and claims credit for discovering it.
Yeah, just lies upon lies.
It's a sneaky one.
But he's got the hook-handed man sort of in tows, being the
Does.
doctor.
Still
Snake
planning
bite-
to take him to
snake
Peru
bite.
as well. Yeah,
No doubt about it.
no doubt about it. Sounds like the night bus man.
Don't wait for the
What you dead for?
Don't wait for the snake to grow. We get Cedric the
dear.
Entertainer, who's along for the ride as the police officer.
Oh my god,
And he's great.
so good at that. Where would he even get a train? Yeah, where am I going to get a train?
Where am I going to get a train? But yes, as you said, they're planning on still taking Peru so they can basically take those guardianship
I
laws.
love how they keep bringing it up, and he's like, "Who is this incredibly handsome Count Olaf you speak of?"
That's the best. But basically, Sunny takes matters into her own hands.
Quite literally.
Yep, and it jumps into the awaiting arms of the incredibly deadly Viper, and they're playing, and clearly it's like, well, clearly this snake hasn't done it, and then basically
Olaf flees, stripping off.
everything's everywhere. The hook
Even
hand
a wooden
demands his
hand,
hands,
yeah.
everything. So they...
Damn it, that was such a good character.
Yeah, so good.
Off to Lake Lachrymose, you say, with Aunt Josephine.
Face of feet. And it's Meryl Streep.
Doesn't it strike you as odd that none of our relatives are related to us? Meryl Streep is killing it in this
So
role.
good.
She's so good. It's one of those things too where there's nothing wrong with the TV show version, but just how can you compete with Meryl Streep?
You can't. Many have tried and many have failed.
So she's full paranoid.
Very risk averse.
Yes, all the dangers of the world. Ironically, her house is precariously balanced on the edge of a cliff.
It's literally just on little struts.
Yeah, it's interesting too because like all the things that she has fears of, a lot of them are irrational fears, but then that one is quite a real fear.
It's like
that
maybe
she's
she
not
moves.
afraid
Like,
of.
nah, I'll be right.
No, I'm gonna be good.
There's a hurricane coming, but it's fine.
Yeah, so
Hurricane Herman.
She used to be a lot braver, but her husband Ike passed away, perished for swimming in the lake with all the leeches.
I love the photo of her just holding onto the wing of the plane. It just looks ridiculous.
She's a daredevil.
She's
a daredevil.
It's like, that doesn't make sense with gravity.
Yeah, but Ike unfortunately didn't wait the 45 minutes after eating.
What an idiot.
Or didn't wait the hour. Maybe he did wait 45
You
minutes.
only waited 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait the full hour, Mr. Brown.
Idiot.
Oh, God.
But now she's afraid of everything. And I like all the things that she lists off as potential dangers for the kids all end up coming true
Yes, it's
later
like,
on.
just give the doors a firm push.
Because the door handles could shatter into a million pieces.
And cut your eyes out.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
But they're going through photos not only of Ike, but then there's another photo and we see Monty, but also the Baudelaire's parents.
Yes, and some spy glasses.
Some spy glasses. So hinting at that VFD cohort. Like, what were they doing together?
I really like how Sunny is absolutely savage in this scene. She says, like, someone's been to Crazy Town when she's listing all the things to be afraid of.
And then she keeps going, like,
talks
she's the
about
mayor
her
of
love
Crazy Town.
grammar. And then she's like, now she's the mayor of Crazy
She
Town.
loves grammar.
Yeah, she does. It's the greatest joy in life, don't you find?
No.
Nah.
And,
not Sunny.
and I'm an English teacher, and I'm not going with Auntie Jojo, Majojo on this one.
Jojo.
Yep, Jojo. And it's very much like a lady, you're scaring us.
Yeah.
But she's also terrifying of realtors.
Yeah.
Oh, we get Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch cameo. So good. I think we've rattled off most of the cameos at this point, but one you may not have known, the goose or duck or anything at the bottom.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Incredible, just for that.
And when you hear it, it's like, oh, that's 100%
That's
Gilbert Gottfried.
100%, yeah.
They go down to the market to trying to get her out of the house a little bit, exploring around, but they crash into...
Captain Sham.
And I love that, like, Aunt Josephine's like, is there Black Plague? Is there Black Plague? It's Captain Sham, and then...
Charms Aunt Josephine with his love of grammar and the tragic tale of losing his leg to leeches.
Yes, the old 1-2 punch. But he's like, no, this is clearly Count Olaf. And then she's like, where's Count Olaf? I can't see him behind Captain Sham.
he's
He's
like,
I'll give him the old wash off. Which is very, very good fun. But yeah,
she's charmed in an instant, and she invites Captain Sham back to the house.
barely out
while
of
the
his
children have to shop.
gosh.
And this is when I was like, yeah, she's not a very nice person either. She's still making these
She's
orphan
like,
kids shop for her.
get
while
out.
she gets a booty call.
Exactly.
How weird is it the kids are standing there and the guy who owns the shop comes out and he's like, hey, you haven't paid for that. And it just cuts to some of the acting troupe. Just like, what is the point of that?
Yeah, you haven't paid for anything. I don't have a Coolidge in the
That's
back.
all right.
pocket,
Jennifer
that's fine.
Coolidge doesn't say anything at that point.
No, she doesn't.
If she did, she would have been like,
There's a storm
"Dumbass.
coming, you dumbass.
You haven't paid for your food, dumbass.
You didn't pay for those aubergines.
Look at all this food." Anyway, so
You're not even gonna cook with that. You don't even have a radiator.
But back at the house, Aunt Josephine has jumped out the window and left a suicide note
This
behind.
happens so quick. But yeah, it looks like
Just
she's
wanted
jumped.
to jump down and spend some time with Gilbert Gottfried.
Whee! Left a suicide note, but it's actually a message because it's.
They've been left in the care of Cat and Sham.
Yeah, it's like, and if this suicide letter would get an NS and would not get a good grade in terms of language conventions because there's mistakes and grammar mistakes all over the place.
Yes, grammar mistakes are plenty, but it's actually a secret riddle.
To tell them to go to Curdled Cove.
A Curdle Cave.
Or Cave, I apologise. It's the Cove of Curdle Cave.
Yeah.
It's,
That was one of those
CCC.
spelling mistakes that she had in
Yeah,
there.
so
But that's where she's hiding out. But before they go there, they got to make their grand escape because the house is falling to
hurricane.
bits.
I thought hurricane season was over.
Really good.
But yeah, the house, all of like the things that Josephine was telling him to be worried
Shattered
about.
doorknobs,
It's all happening.
The
The
fridge falling on
stove
them.
explodes.
Oh my goodness.
It's all happening, and basically, the part of the house is behind them, and part of the house in front of them. They're kind of just teetering in the middle. Looks great. It's like something out of an Uncharted game.
It does look really cool. And the plan to kind of roll the anchor down, also really good. I probably would have picked up Sonny before I threw the anchor down.
Yeah, maybe throw Sunny across.
Yeah.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Unless it's that corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Then feel free. Just yeet her across.
But they do
She's a monkey.
make the jump and they're safe momentarily, but then you hear it's Captain Sham, your new guardian. The guardian, the way he says it is so funny. You stay where you're at and we'll come where you're to.
And it's like, no. What?
Guardian.
Guardian. Wax on, wax off.
But they head to Curdle
Miyagi
Cave and find Aunt Josephine, who is terrified to leave, but they manage to convince her because the cave is for sale, so there's going to be realtors.
A good way to convince her. And we get a little bit of an expo about the fires that they were like, and
Yeah,
Joe's
very
like,
briefly, but she sucks as their guardian. She's like, why didn't you bring me food?
she's the worst. She's
worse than Count Olaf.
Yeah, probably. I think
He's
so.
more attentive.
Chilled cucumber soup sucks.
Yuckus.
Yuckus. But what did her parents say? We're going to die. And I was like, whoa!
The screeches in her voice.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
I think I'll take my chances with the leeches rather than the screeches. The screeches.
Yeah. So unfortunately, they don't find anything else about their parents at this point.
No, because
just that
she
they
was
were
an
investigating
idiot. She
fires.
had a banana.
Yeah, why did she have a banana? Soda.
Should have said had a soda. It would have been fine. She had the drink. It would have been fine.
But Olaf emerges and saves the children.
Hello. I'm going to repeat my line from earlier in the film.
Indeed, he does, and makes a reference to the littlest elf.
It's good.
But welcome aboard. Oop, hot potato. Really fun. And you do think for a moment there he's going to save Aunt Josephine, but she couldn't keep her mouth shut and has to correct him on his grammar. And he's like, thank you for correcting.
And he's like, yes, I did. But I love it. She's like, immediately, he's like, you can have the fortune. You can have the children. It's like, Josephine, no. But
Thumbs down, Josephine. Thumbs down.
But yeah, the leeches have basically find a new meal and kills Josephine. And then Olaf's, you just see the banana float to the top of the surface, and Olaf's like, well, we've done all we can do.
Yeah. I love how dark it is, though. Like, this is pretty horrifying.
It is live or to die.
Yeah. But Mr. Pope.
He's coming with, and the Popo.
And the Popo. Mr. Popo. Finds them, and Olaf claims to have saved them.
You will not devour this boy's head here today.
I saved him!
I saved him from the leeches. I saved him from Meryl Streep's screeches.
That's what he says. That is what he says. And he basically says that he must be the most fit to care for them after saving their lives.
I mean, technically, because the other two are dead.
Yeah, so he reappoints him as their guardian.
Yeah, but he's like, well, I can have the fortune. It's like, no, only if you're married. And Mr. Pove, I told you about my new play.
And carriage is crossed out as marriage.
So,
really good.
yes.
So that's put on a show where he can marry Violet, and has even cast Justice Strauss as the Justice of the Peace.
To make it official.
Ooh, yeah. Dustin Hoffman cameo?
Yeah, this is so
Oh,
random.
yes.
It's so
he gets a
random.
few lines as well. I didn't know they had this kind of budget.
This is so good. I love when like Olaf comes in and when he can kind of hear them sort of plotting against him. He's like, Caesar must die, Caesar must die. It's just good fun. But yeah, Olaf's going to marry Violet and take the fortune.
Even gets
he's
Violet
like-
to go along with it because he's got old Sonny up in a cage.
Monkey in a cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then
Oh, the walkie-talkie aerial, by the way, is so
it comes
good.
out of like the lapel and stuff.
But just like even originally when he pulls it out of his jacket, it's like Mary Poppins' bag. It's
Or like the Joker's gun, basically, it just keeps sort of going.
so good.
But yeah, so basically Klaus has got to try to save Sonny while Violet keeps the play going.
My public awaits. Me mamo, me mamo. And then we get my favorite part when the show begins. Nothing in the world will keep the count from his beloved bride. Nothing in the world will keep the count from his beloved bride. Nothing in the world, nothing in the world, nothing. The only Jennifer Coolidge part. We might hear some background dialogue of her in the play when
Is there a-
Klaus is like climbing the building, like, who will come and save us?
What's that kid doing up there? But yeah, the wedding's about to basically go ahead, but Klaus makes his way up to the top of the tower.
He channels Violet energy.
Very
That's a
much
grappling
so,
hook.
with the umbrella and stuff. It's really cool.
Batman, you say?
Grappling for you. Yes. I'm Count Olafing on it.
You have said that earlier today, and you were laughing a lot at yourself after that one.
Can you blame me?
No, it's good.
It's good. It's some of my best stuff. But yeah, Klaus finds out that basically Olaf is responsible for doing a bit of a talking heads and burning down the house.
And as the play's going on, Dustin Hoffman, she doesn't deserve him. He's so good.
Who are you talking to?
I have Count Olaf like in the harness.
Give me some slack. Give me some slack.
He's got his big emo fringe across. It's really good.
It's not a phase, Violet. It's fine. But the marriage is done.
It is. It's too late. Even though he's saved Sonny, she's already signed the paperwork.
Yes, Klaus had to fight off the hook-handed man, who we find out he was the one who actually did.
It wasn't me. He was the one-armed man.
Oh, he's got no hands.
So many Jim Carrey references.
Very much self-parody. But yeah, the hook-handed man was the one who actually burnt down the house at the behest of Olaf. But yes, the marriage is done and Olaf basically drops all the pretense and any sort of character and is like, now I get to take the fortune. You guys suck.
It's really interesting here too because he does that and they're like, oh, our hands are tied, we can't do anything. But then once Klaus like burns the marriage certificate, then they still arrest him. So what are they arresting him for? They were like,
For being a terrible actor.
Because exactly, right? I don't know what changes once the marriage certificate is burnt.
I don't know. It's null and void, basically. That's them watching basically what's going on. I don't know.
the hook-handed
I'm just
guys.
Cedric the Entertainer. But yes, they eventually. I love when they go back to Klaus though at the top after it's been burnt down, and he kind of just sort of steps out from like the big eye like magnifying glass, and he's like, just the look. He put it in here. Just the sassy Klaus look he is. I mean, Klaus is a German name. He's a sassy little German Baudelaire. But yeah.
Speaking of Cedric the Entertainer, one of my favorite moments that we forgot to mention when they're on the boat and old Ratface is like, Count Olaf, what are you doing here? And then he's like, oh, sorry, you're doing. Man, Count Olaf, what are you doing
What the
here,
hell
man?
are you doing here, man?
It's so good. Just the delivery of it. What are you doing here, man?
It's a good
Anyway,
question.
he's great. He's really, really
Counting
good.
his days. But yes, they have been saved. It's all okay. But
And Count Olaf is sentenced to go through all of the trials that he put them through.
which is a bit
Just
ridiculous.
like the
With
anchor.
But Olaf is very much on the loose very quickly after that, setting things up for a
setting up
sequel.
the sequel that never happened. And as I said, Jim Carrey really wanted to do it, but as you said, they just didn't have the box office numbers,
It
unfortunately.
didn't do it, but
I reckon still bring it back.
I'd be very down with that. Be like,
They'd have
stuff
to
you
recast the
MPH.
kids.
Nah.
He's been on the loose this whole time.
Sonny's still acting like a baby.
Hell yeah. Good
20 years
Gaga.
later. Mengi dingy. But yeah, they go into the mansion for like to wrap this whole thing up, and then the
do.
note from the parents just arrives. It's very nice.
Yeah, so it's the spyglass, but it's also the note that they never got from
Yep.
that earlier story of hope and
Yes.
optimism. But how great is the shot of like the house turning
Well, it's
from
all
a really nice, regal-looking establishment to like the ashy,
Burned
burned-down place? Got to clear some of that out. That's a health violation.
Yeah, get out of there, kids.
Yeah.
They're gonna die.
And that's it. And it kind of suggests that, like, it's not a terrible place to end the series. They still have, like, this idea of optimism because the family is together, but it very much hints at the idea that there's going to be more. But
Unfortunate events, unfortunately. But
the most unfortunate event of all, no sequel.
no sequel. But as I said, they cover all the books in the Netflix series, which is cool. They get to do that. Book 4. Which one's book 4, Ricky? Let me have a look.
Is that the one where they go to the school? Coach Genghis?
No,
It
that's
sounds a lot like Dr. Phil.
no. The Miserable Mill is the 4th one.
Oh, yeah.
So like when they're doing the
It's like the hypnotism
the
one.
the lumber mill, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's that one, yeah. So that I like.
Oh, and Catherine O'Hara's in that.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, we had a lot of fun doing this one. One thing that I didn't know until I was looking at it last night,
Yeah.
it actually won an Academy Award for Best Hair and Makeup, and
Fair.
not surprising.
I mean, look at this guy.
The flock of seagulls haircut on Count Olaf. It's incredible. Yeah.
Bit of Jean Valjean about you as well. How many books are in the Lemony Snicket series? 2, 4, 6, 1.
Awful.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. I love it. Cool. Shall we move on to our 5 favorite... What was it?
Literary favourites.
Literary favorites. I've just got book adaptations.
Well, that'll do. Literary adaptations, book adaptations. Basically, if it's got turned from a book to a movie, we're going to talk about it.
Indeed we are.
We got 5 favorites. Above all else. We got 5 favorites that we think are top shelf.
Okay, so first on my list, and I'm going to get it out of the way. I know you said it's not on your list, but I don't know how I could have avoided putting it on mine. I've just got Harry Potter.
Fair
And I've got the whole series. I know that's a cop-out.
Oh, come on.
I know it's a cop-out,
No,
but
I need an answer right now. Which one?
which
Go on.
is my favorite?
Yeah, go on now.
It shifts around. I would say
Today.
the strongest 3 are 2, 3, 4. I love that middle era.
Okay. I rate that. I'd go with you there.
Yeah, and I just like, those are the ones where if I'm doing a watch through,
Yep.
for me, because I've seen one so many times, I'm like, oh, I've got to get through that first one. And then I'm like, ooh, this is the juicy bits. And then it gets really dark at the end. And I'm like, oh man, all my favorites are dying.
Oh, no.
Daniel Radcliffe's going, you know?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Real
It's good.
weird.
It's good.
Okay.
But yeah, look, Harry Potter's an incredible series. I know you don't have it on your list, but it should be on your list.
I know, but a lot of the time for 5 favourites, I kind of don't put my favourites on there just to talk about stuff that I haven't talked
Stuff that's
about.
different. Yeah, that's fair.
Because I feel like, Chambay of Secrets is my favourite, and will always be my favourite.
It genuinely took me a second to know what the hell you were talking about there. Chambay of Secrets.
Of Secrets.
Secrets.
Secrets. Okay, that's a fair enough shout. Well, I can talk about an entire franchise too.
Please.
Lord of the Rings. Which
Please don't talk about the entire franchise. Woo, we'll be here all night.
I'll do the extended edition of the podcast, and I'll put it across 2 different discs. No, I love Lord of the Rings. It's pretty incredible. In terms of bringing books to life, they're one of the best examples of doing it. I think the world that Peter Jackson crafted was superb, and it still holds up to this day. Not all of it, but most of it. Definitely holds up better than The Hobbit. Jesus. If we were doing best and worst literary adaptations, I would be doing best would be Lord of the Rings, and worst would be The Hobbit.
Fair.
But yeah, I think Lord of the Rings is tremendous. Two Towers is the best one. They're all really good. I don't know what to talk about. But yeah, I still remember watching those as a kid, and then getting around to reading the books, and yeah, it's they're pretty awesome.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't feel like I need to talk about Lord of the Rings too much.
A lot of this, I feel like as soon as I say it, we'll both go,
Everyone's
yep,
like, oh yeah,
yep.
that's fair enough.
Move on.
Cool.
Alrighty, next on my list, I'm going to go for one that I saw quite recently. I should clarify, with mine,
Yes.
I have only read 2 of my 5.
Okay. There's one here that I haven't read.
Yeah, I'm not a huge reader. There were certainly some that I could have referenced for reading, like a lot of the Agatha Christie's. I really like their adaptations in films. Not the new ones, but like the TV movie ones. But
No, champagne.
none of them, enough champagne to fill the Nile. Woo!
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Gal Gadot.
Enough overacting to fill the Nile. Next on my list, I'm going The Firm. So the Tom Cruise movie, Gene Hackman movie, really, really good. Holly Hunter's in it as well, and she is awesome.
Is this when you're in your courtroom drama phase?
Yeah.
You were smashing those last year.
I was, and this one's actually a little bit different. A lot of it isn't actually set in a courtroom. He is a lawyer, but he gets taken on by this new firm and then realizes they've got a lot of hidden secrets in the company, and he is a little bit torn about whether he should expose them or just live this lavish life. But then they kind of start to turn the screws a little and put the pressure on his family, and it is really, really gripping. So yeah, highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already, mate, because yeah, it'd be one of my favorite Tom Cruise films.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to change a couple of things around, actually. I'm going to take one off. One that would have been an honourable mention would have been, I wanted to do a Dennis Lehane book that's turned into a movie. I had Shutter Island on there. Mystic River would have also been a good shout. 2 films that I really enjoy.
Nice.
But I'm actually going to talk about a book I'm actually currently reading at the moment, and that is The Silence of the Lambs.
Did I persuade you not to put Shutter Island?
No. Well, you didn't.
You mentioned earlier to me that you were doing Shutter Island. I was like, no.
Yeah, but I still really like that movie. I just wanted to talk about a book that I'm actually reading at the moment.
Go for it.
But I'm really enjoying reading Thomas Harris's Silence of the Lambs. I'm trying to challenge myself to read a lot more this year.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, good.
Another Jim Carrey reference.
It's on fire. But yeah, I really love this film. It's like one of the best thrillers of all time. It's a horror film, and obviously Anthony Hopkins does a really good job. I mean, you could talk about. I really want to see Manhunter. I believe that's what it is, and that's when Brian Cox plays Hannibal Lecter. So I want to see what that's like, and that's a Michael Mann film. So seeing what he could do with it would be pretty cool.
Some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
But yeah, it's stupidly quotable. I think the book does a really good job adding some more detail to some of these characters, and I'm really enjoying the book and really enjoying the film as well.
Nice.
I think it's like a really good sort of one of the best examples of like mainstream horror success as well. So with some truly tremendous acting performances from Hopkins, and also with Jodie Foster as well.
A very worthy choice. I'm glad it made it ahead of Shutter Island. Next on my list, I'm going to go with 12 Angry Men. So I really, you haven't seen it?
No.
Highly recommend. You
On my
didn't
list for a while.
study it in school?
No.
Have you read it?
Oh,
Okay. Both really good. So yeah, I love it. I studied at school. We did kind of like the play in class too. So people would play characters, which was, as a geeky drama kid, that was the best way to spend English class, actually playing those roles. There's been lots and lots of adaptations, but the Henry Fonda one is the one that I am most fonder of. It's really good, and it's just super compelling, and I like the moral quandary in it as well, and how seriously they take the responsibility as jurors. And as someone who has actually been on a jury, it's something that, like, for me, I connected a lot with the film while I was in that position too, because it's a pretty surreal experience. So really, really enjoyed the film and highly recommend.
nice. Okay, good shout. This is my only one that I haven't read, and it's on my actual nightstand because I'm going to read it. I really want to read some more Stephen King books. The one I wanted to talk about is Misery.
Really good.
That's probably my favorite Stephen King story. I really love The Shining, and I think that's a pretty good one that could easily go on this list, but I feel like I've talked about The Shining before.
I prefer Misery.
And Misery is just great.
Kathy Bates.
Just one of the greatest performances I think I've ever seen in a film, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, James Caan's really terrific as well. I loved how isolated this film feels, and how the weather conditions really sort of drive up the fact that, this is the situation that James Caan's character finds himself in, and the hobbling scene is just terrifying. It's so gross. This film absolutely rips. Kathy Bates won an Oscar for this, and like it's the type of film that doesn't win like a lot of Oscars as well. It's again, I've talked about back-to-back films that very much sort of like landmarks in terms of like mainstream cinema awards in terms of garnering praise for horror performances. So yeah, Kathy Bates. If you haven't seen Misery, I mean, like change that. You won't be in misery anymore after you watch that film. You'd be terrified of Kathy Bates though.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Go on.
Second to last for me, I'm going to go with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, not Charlie and the
Not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You're really weird. No, Gene Wilder is my main man. And it's incredible. And he really makes it. We've talked about it on the pod. I really love discussing it and talking about all those behind the scenes details. I love this film so much. I studied it with my year 12s as well. I just love the idea of morality in both children and the adults in this film. I love how flawed Willy Wonka is as a character. You get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir.
Anytime Gene Wilder can just yell erratically, it's so awesome.
It's a good time. I agree with that.
And as a kid, I really appreciated it for the whimsy. And as an adult, I really appreciate it for all the really dark moments as well. Oh, and of course, Cheer Up Charlie, the best song in the film.
Oh.
It's all right. I'm finished talking about it. Cheer up, Charlie.
Oh, I can't.
You're dressed like Charlie Bucket today.
Yeah, I know. Really embodying that vibe. The end of term. Cheer up, Boylan. My second last one is Jurassic Park.
Oh, nice. God, I knew I was going to leave off a bunch of really notable ones doing this category. It's too broad.
There's a lot of good ones. But yeah, I really... Michael Crichton's books are very much the type of book that I love to read the most. So like my favourite author is Matthew Riley, who's an Australian author who writes like action-adventure stories that very much...
Matthew Riley.
Personally?
Oh, yeah, we're like this.
It's like, I know Matthew Riley. Even Matthew Riley basically has a version of Jurassic Park called The Great Zoo of China that just puts Jurassic Park basically in China, but instead of dinosaurs, it's dragons, and it's sick.
Godzilla Park.
Basically, it's really good book.
It's Gajira, you idiot.
But this book is amazing, and the film is... We've spoken at length how much we love Jurassic Park.
Oh,
and this is
we need Maddie
best
here
one.
to sing... When
talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have done that before when you were talking about Harry Potter.
Those French Dementors.
Yeah, but I think like in terms of like action adventure, scares and thrills and great characters, I think that Spielberg does a really good job bringing Crichton's work to life, and obviously Crichton works on the film as well, so that's like a big thing as well compared to what Jurassic Park 3 is like. Jurassic Park. The fact that Spielberg and Crichton like did some good work together to sort of get this, bring it to life, I think is really fantastic. And I'd like to talk about. It's always good to talk about Jurassic Park, considering the last Jurassic movie we both talked about wasn't that great. So Crichton's original work is still a banger. Lost World is also a good book too, and both of those turned into good films, but the OG is still the best.
100%. My final film, I'm going to talk about American Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
So, even though I said I have read a couple of these, so 12 Angry Men and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I've read sections of American Psycho. A bit of morbid curiosity. I heard the book was a lot darker than the film, which is kind of hard to believe because the film's pretty dark.
Yeah.
But I can confirm that the book is pretty full on. It's very descriptive in what it actually outlines Patrick Bateman does.
Yeah, I've read pockets of it and I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's full on. It is full on. But the film is incredible. Christian Bale plays the role extremely well. I love the whole metaphor for like 80s consumerism and the whole idea of like just one-upping everyone and the ambiguity around, did this happen? Did it not happen? Has there been some incidents but not others? And everyone just being so focused on their jobs and things that they want that someone could actually have died and they would never have known the difference.
Nope.
I'm going to comment on your soup bag, not the dead body inside it. So, yeah, just a really, really great film with some really fun sequences and some really dark sequences. And the pairing of the two together is kind of a sweet spot for me.
Yeah, nice. Good shout. That's a good one. My last one is my Rogue One that, not actually Rogue One. That Mr. Alamo loves so much. But the one that I'm talking about is actually kind of like a secondary adaptation of a text.
Oh, okay.
And so this book was originally written by Robert Louis Stevenson, but I'm going to be talking about the sci-fi version of Treasure Island, Treasure Planet.
Oh, okay.
So I've
That's interesting.
yeah, so I've spoken at length how much I love the period of time for Disney in the early 2000s, not Pixar, but early 2000s Disney, because Treasure Planet and Atlantis: The Lost Empire are probably two of my favorite Disney films of all time. But Treasure Planet is really fun. I love Treasure Island as a story. I've seen so many different types of this film. Obviously, I was introduced to it probably when I watched The Page Master. But I really love Muppets Treasure.
Sanctuary.
No, that's horror, not adventure.
Yeah, but it's still in the movie.
Yeah, I know. Oh, go on. But I really like Muppets Treasure Island as well, and there's lots of other, obviously, like live action films about Treasure Island as well.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. There's Treasure Islands everywhere, but they're not as big as a Treasure Planet. And I really love the sci-fi setting of this, like, a lot. Yeah, I really love, like, sort of the central relationship between Silver and Jim in all Treasure Island adaptations, but I think it's particularly good here. And this sci-fi setting's really cool, like the way they sort of got like turn like the pirate ships into sort of like more space vehicles and everything. I really like the different ideas that they play with this, play around with in this setting. And yeah, like I said, early 2000s Disney animation was really good. I haven't seen this film in a while, and I kind of want to go back to it. But yeah,
Nice.
that's my last one.
Awesome.
Treasure Planet. Didn't think
Did
that'd be
not
on the
think
list.
that would make the cut, but each to their own. As always, guys, please do remember to like, subscribe, share it around. Let us know if there's a particular segmentes you would like to have us redo in future, or if you've got any new ideas for segments. Maybe you want us to do that impressions one that we've been threatening to do.
You're threatening me to do.
Yeah. Come on. And on that note, I'm afraid we do have to head off. Damn it. This was such a good character.
That's what I was going to go with too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. What have I done?
No.
Thanks, everyone, and catch you at the next film club.